I can't wait to get my neck frozen. Each time it's stand for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the DOJO. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spend on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. Would've bought a Montclair, didn't match though.
Shit, man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cat sight. Knew that fella and I got it from sight. Just started this shit and I feel like I might to get my neck frozen. Each time it's stand for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the DOJO. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for.
DOJO.
Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness, contentment. Let me pause this. You know where you're at. Do you know where you're at? Do you know where you're at? Do you know what this is? This is the goddamn dojo. Play the song. My mic is about to fall. Hiya! And this is episode 109 of the best live stream podcast in Web3. There's no comparison. Maybe Orphan channel for sure. How's your mind? How's your energy? We have a legend in the building. He is safe. The ninjas. He didn't have to be captured or escorted. He was already in the dojo. So he was already in training. Seeing this man go from young Padawan to ultimate sensei ninja warrior. The guy's the ninja warrior winner. Let's just give it up. Okay, he's here. He's fine. I gotta get some protocols going. We got people flooding in. Different. I know you hear me. Don't unmute, but make sure you retweet that main one with all the links so the communities can chat from all these different projects that love you so much. What can I say? I feel like $1 million. Where's my cherries? I feel like these. Good stuff. Alpha plays only. You already know.
Alpha plays only.
Let me go to the chat and see what you guys are saying. So it says Wicked Bullish in the building. My boy Wicked. What's good, fam? Matt L. Dude, Matt L. It's a good stream to be in. That Dojo song is the official Dojo track. Go on Apple Music or Spotify and search Young Content Dojo. You can listen to it. Go to YouTube, Young Content Dojo. You can watch the music video. Eagles, hype for the show today. Dude, I'm hyped too. We're gonna learn about a lot. Wicked Bullish, another banger today with Different and Young. Let's go, APO. Deskio. Shout out to you, Deskio, a new member of the dojo. Super honored to have you. I gotta play the dojo just for Deskio. I know he's an anime fan. He is kin to a special guru, Saul. We got Rinse, Angel. We live in this bit, bro. All right, without further ado, let's introduce the Brazy legend himself, Different. Let's go. Dude.
Yo, what's up, my man?
Dude, you got the full gi on. Holy shit, I knew you were gonna wear a gi today.
You know I gotta rep Huxley wherever I go, man. It's always Huxley.
Always Huxley. Oh, Huxley all the way up.
And we didn't have to dox today too. But we decided to. So fuck it.
The official docs. It's crazy. The doxing.
It's not like you guys haven't seen my face before. Come on now.
Dude, you brolic. You built. You really built like a fit sumo wrestler right now.
And I don't think I got shit on Mike. I heard Mike got swole. So Mike in the dojo, I heard you swole.
Can't stop Mike?
Nah, I mean, you know which Mike I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Because we got Tony, the muscle.
Yeah, brolic Mike. Brolic.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
brolic.
DeFi Mike.
DeFi.
The weatherman. Dude,
for sure.
I'm so happy to have you on the show. Seeing your evolution has been inspiring, and yeah, you're a special. The title of the stream, if you guys haven't seen it, it says "Different: The Man of the Web3 People." Just built different.
Man.
Yo, these dogs are going crazy, dude. As soon as a UPS truck comes, well, I don't understand why these grandma's poodles gotta fucking freak out. God, that's why I don't even like pets. I'm just joking.
Oh gee.
Dude, how you been? Tell me how you been in this last month of the bear. What's your energy like?
It's been crazy, bro. It's been crazy. I'm sure everybody has been witnessing all the free mints and everything else that's going on in this fucking space. It's been nuts, man. It's been a fucking free for all. Trying to choose what the right project is to play with. I mean, I think I have my long conviction plays, but this whole free mint fucking era has been nuts, bro. So if anybody's not tired by now or exhausted by this bear, you know, you're tripping. I'm tired just like you are. I think I had like 2 or 3 mental breakdowns last couple months. So, you know what I mean? Just keep on keeping on. You know, it's been crazy though. It's been crazy. But having fun though.
For those that don't know who the man, the myth, the legend, can you give them the spiel?
Yeah, man. So look, I've been in the music industry for about 20 plus years. I've produced for, you know, underneath the umbrella of Viacom Network. So True Life Cribs, big show out during that time when I was younger called Yo Mama. I mean, I produced for many shows underneath the Viacom umbrella. So, you know, when I say produce, I mean music. So I produce music for those shows. Otherwise than that, I've done a lot of stuff for E40. I've done some stuff for Too Short. I've done some stuff for Paul Wall. I've done some stuff for many artists over the years. I can't even fucking name it. And that's not even to, you know, rub my own lamp here.
You ever pop bottles with Paul Wall at the strip club?
Nah, but I have popped the bottle with E40. That was fun. I'm a Bay Area boy. So, you know, I'm born and raised in San Francisco, California. So Bay Area, born and raised. I've been here all my life. I'm probably one of the last of Mohicans here. So, you know, all my friends pretty much, you know, moved out. I'm still here. You know, we'll see what that looks like in the next 5-10 years. But yeah, I'm a Bay Area boy, born and raised. But
do you feel like the Bay Area has that same New York energy? You guys keep it real, because you seem like a real dude. Like, you seem like if everyone in the Bay Area is like you, is it like that energy?
I would say it's a cultivating place. So I'm spoiled, bro. My best friends growing up were all different cultures. Like, I had best friends who were Arab, who were, you know, Asian, who were, you know, African American. You know, obviously I'm Latino. I'm a mutt, bro. Like, if you look at my ancestry DNA, I'm like all over the motherfucking map, bro. Yeah, I'm like all over the motherfucking map. So cultivated. So I would say, like, New York, it's a cultivating place. It's pretty much a melting pot, you know what I'm saying, of different cultures. So yeah, hell yeah. You learn to navigate and talk to people and learn to understand and be empathetic. But also, like, learn, like, who's the snakes in the grass and who you can trust with being around so many different types of characters. So hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Don't be careful if different comes into your Discord and says the 2 words, the forbidden words, FP, floor price, because you know he's gonna educate that ass real quick.
Yeah. How did we get here, man? Like, I want to know how we got to the floor price thing, right? Like, everybody's asking that question. Like, when did we start caring about floor price? You know, that's a funny ass subject, right?
We
like,
should have always cared, bro, because we were buying speculation bullshit for the past 6-7 months. It was all speculation.
Exactly. So you can go down the rabbit hole with that, man. But, like, we should have been caring about floor price from the beginning. Like, how does a business survive? You know what I mean? How do you make money? You know, not gonna make money when your floor price is shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I don't buy RC Cola. Fuck RC Colas. I don't want to
we
buy
only
that shit. That floor price
yeah,
is
we-
dog shit. I don't care.
That's hella fun. Oh, you didn't buy the Nickelodeon? You didn't buy the Nickelodeon NFTs?
Hell no. Well, shout out to the councilman in the dojo. I gotta stay
Yeah.
unbiased, but he said they have cool tech involved
That's cool.
in their
That's
back
cool.
end. So
That's
I
cool.
wait to see if their tech is gonna take us to Valhalla. But until then, I
Yeah.
trust in other technologies. You know, Huxley's. See
No,
you
I
rocking
feel
the
it, bro.
sweater though. Holy smokes!
Man, I rock this wherever I can, man. And the last time I rocked this, I was at a fucking Costco, right? I was at a Costco flexing, you know, like I had a flexi, just flexing. And I seen a Bored Ape dude walk up with his sweater too. First time I seen somebody with a Bored Ape sweater inside, you know, Costco, and in San Francisco, which is fucking hella fun.
Don't you think? What do you think DJs bulk up in Costco? Just milk? Just like
Nah, bro. Hell no.
Are-
Hell no.
Kirkland's
Like
milk,
fucking
the 4-pack.
carbs, bro. Chips, Pringles, fucking chips, anything snack worthy. But yeah, fucking, I'm the one that bulks up on the milk. You know what I mean? They joke up on the snacks. I know it. So
Yo, we have the legend Benjamin Noble in the building from the NFTs. I call him the poor man's Gary V. He is a mogul when it comes to marketing firm of the Web3 space. He said, floor price is for RC Cola.
ain't that some fucking shit, bro? Ain't that some fucking shit?
Oh, these
Well,
ninjas, these DJs, they make me laugh daily. Assorted nuts,
Man.
these nuts. Ben, you're off your rocker today. Wicked Bullish says, I'll buy the top of Jolt Cola when mint.
I'll put that in there with Colt 45, bro. Fuck, shit. You guys want to take it old school?
Someone said, lost
Yeah,
my
bro.
ash shorting surge. Buzz
Yeah, bro.
Aldridge. The astronaut is actually here.
It's funny though, bro. I know a lot of people that got burnt this bear, you know, just trying to play a little too much. You know what I mean? Trying to short ETH or you know, trying to short these degen plays going on. I got burnt a couple times too, so I feel it. 1000%.
Wicked Bullish put a good tweet out there. Yo, Wicked, if you could send that to me in my messages on Twitter. You said it perfectly earlier today. I would like to highlight that quote. This is real utility, guys. You know, the Sensei, the dojo. We're the voice of the people. We hang out, we vibe, we laugh. What more utility do you want, goddammit? Hold on, let me see if Wicked sends me a message on Twitter with his tweet. But we'll wait for that.
That's a good point though, Young. That's a good point though. You want to talk about utility and how that's kind of shifted this last like 3-4 months, because I feel like it's totally changed.
It's
People don't
community.
care
It's
about
community oriented, and it's also bag oriented. It's like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. You would know better.
Yeah. I mean, look, okay, so let me just address the elephant in the room, right? Which project have I been super fucking bullish on the last month, right? Obviously, Ape Reunion is still at my very, very tippy top, right? I love fucking Ape Reunion. That is always going to be at my tippy top. The one I've been playing around with and actually been speaking, you know, I'm not a lead. Don't get me. I'm not a lead. I'm not a host. Let's just put that out there. I'm not a official host or official lead of this community, but I do speak very, very often in this group, and they've been respecting me about my information that I gave since I joined the community. So God hates NFTs. I know everybody is like, what the fuck is this? It's inhumane. What the fuck is this shit? These people are aggressive. They're very militant. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's very turn off.
I like them. I don't give a fuck.
Negative. Yeah, well, and then there's positives, right? I'm just talking about the negatives. Then we get the positives, like, holy shit, they move as a force. They support each other. Once you get to know them, they're actually really nice. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely like an outsider view in. Until you get in, you realize that what we're trying to do, right? So I started speaking up in this community, right, about caring about your asset. So we're in a very crazy time of flipping, right? People are trying to make money, and there's a lot of new people that entered the space in the last 6 months that are literally trying to use this market as a means of creating passive income or extra income, whatever it might be, right? But they're not flipping correctly, right? They're not understanding the qualm of how to make money in this fucking market. You're not meant to make profit off of 0.1, a 0.2, a 0.3, because you got to take into account like creator fees and transfer fees and all these trading fees, like all this shit, right? So It's shit's frustrating when you're in a project and you see it starting to build up floor price and starting to move, and then you have undercutters that are just trying to fucking like get out and liquidate it at like a 0.1, 0.2 profit, which is not a profit, it's a loss. It's a fucking loss. I don't care how anybody puts the fucking loss.
Dumbass.
It's stupid. It's just dumb. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your ETH, and you're wasting everybody else's time, and you're pissing people off. How many times, Young, have you wanted to yell at your computer and be like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Stop.
Those are the
that.
same guys that go into Discord to virtue signal about we're gonna make it, and then they're gone.
Yeah. So it's a lot of that happening, and then there's a lot of obviously floor manipulation happening, right? And what I call wash trading, right? Floor manipulation and wash trading is the most. It's actually worse than panic sellers, and worse than people trying to think that profit's like 0.1 or 0.2. It's because it makes those people undercut each other. So floor manipulation is the fucking worst. When a project's taking off and you have somebody come in and see it mooning, they'll try to get more of it because they didn't make it at the beginning. So they'll fucking smack the floor down, right? And then make everybody panic and say, oh shit, it's going down now, I have to exit. So they undercut and liquidate, and that person scoops it up, or they have their homies come and scoop it up. It's a fucking tactic.
Yeah,
and
Gary
I'm sorry,
V is
bro.
not gonna like you, dude.
I don't care. I don't care.
A16Z will not like us.
Trace the wallets. Trace the wallets. Blockchain doesn't lie. It's a known key thing. People are like really starting to open their eyes to it and say, oh shit, that is really happening. I just traced that wallet, and it's like transferring NFTs back and forth to each other, and it's doing something funky. Why would they buy at 1.5 and then smack the floor down to 0.75? It doesn't make any sense because it was moving upward. Why would you want to lose money on that? So what that tells me is that somebody wants to buy more, so they smack the floor price down and they make you panic sell, right? And they scoop that up. So you just lost your token that way. So what I've done within the God Hates NFTs community, you know, and I'm not the only person, right? I was one of the first, but I'm not the only person to come in this community and try to explain, you know, floor manipulation and tell everybody to relax, don't panic, let these people lose their ETH while trying to play around with their tokens like that. You know what I mean? So in the Discord, it was a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work to educate people. That's the hardest part about this whole process, is educating people and keeping them calm, right? So in the Discord, typing stuff out, like keep calm, relax, you know what I mean? Look at the wallets, educating one by one by one. And within like a week, bro, the floor price, you know, I wouldn't even say a week, within 2 days, I swear to you, you know, within 2 days, the floor price went from a 0.1, right? Because it got to a 0.1, it had to like fight that resistance for, you know, some hours because we were just super diligent, but like from a 0.1 to 1.8 in 2 days, in 2 fucking days. And that was because the community was rallying. They were like, yo, calling it out. Oh, that's a floor manipulator, or that's a wash trader, or that person's panic selling, don't trip. And everybody was calling the plays out. And it fucking just skyrocketed. And I think that's honestly, it's not the community that pissed them off, like that pissed the outsiders off. It was the fact that they grew smart. They started educating, so they grew smart. So they elevated the price. And the whole point was to stop looking at NFTs as a flip, right? And start looking at it as a long-term asset. It's like you can dictate the value of what you have.
Hold on, I gotta give you the APO on that one. Hold up.
Alpha plays only.
Take us to church, goddammit. Oh, okay, go ahead. Keep going. I had to put the APO on that. Alpha plays only. Say that one more time.
Well, I'm just,
start treating these things.
Just start treating these things like assets, not flips, but long-term assets. So if you look at what you have, right, as a long-term hold, right, and you don't overstretch yourself, right? That's the most important thing in this process, right? Is when you look at NFTs, I almost kind of look at them like a stock. They're a little more volatile, right? But like, look at them as a long-term play and don't overstretch yourself. That way you're not trying to panic.
The people
right?
who overstretch are always the ones like, oh, I need to pay bills and I need to cut the floor. you overstretch. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's the other part of it, right? That's the other part we try to educate on, is don't throw your rent money in this shit. Like we say, don't throw your rent money in this motherfucker, right? Like if you're throwing your rent money in here, then you're already fucking up. You're not meant for this space if that's what you're doing, because you're not investing at that point, you're gambling. And there's a big problem in this space with people gambling, and it creates habits of hopium, bro. Like you're thinking that this play is gonna work. And
you gotta check it out. You gotta really be real with yourself. Hey, I'm addicted to this shit.
It's easy.
And
easy, bro.
I'm not making a reasonable sound plays.
Dude, Web3 is a big ass casino, bro. You got to be careful. You got to be fucking careful. So again, switching the way you look at NFTs, thinking of them as assets, has really, really changed the way this community kind of was moving. So, you know, where's it at today? It's still holding pretty strong. I mean, the communities are very strong. I mean, there's factions at this point. If I'm going to be honest and be very transparent about what's going on in this community, there's a lot of divisiveness going on, but I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't see it as a bad thing as people are choosing who they want to assimilate with. It's not breaking the culture apart. It's just people are choosing who they want to rock with. You know what I mean?
You guys had yesterday in your Twitter Spaces 500 people organically.
And you know what, bro?
It was
and I'm gonna
wild.
Be honest with you, bro.
Those numbers without a Farouk or an influencer don't happen.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And I'm gonna shout this person out, and I don't care who fucking cares or not, because I got major love for the cat. Preacher, that dude is a fucking legend, bro.
I gotta give him the APO.
Alpha players
Keep going.
only.
He's a fucking legend, bro. Like nobody can deny, you know, Preacher's movement. I mean, the dude came in and he was a community member from the start.
It's funny as fuck.
Just jumped up, bro. Like it's just like something gravitates people to Preacher, bro. And I don't care who feels any sort of way about him. Some people might think he's too aggressive or he's malicious, but I think he's the kindest dude in the world, bro. He's hella nice, bro. You get to know the guy, you know what I'm saying? You don't ruffle his feathers. Just keep it real. He's a real one, bro. He can snuff your shit out, and he can smell discernment. And that's the thing about our community that was different than all the other ones, is that when we sniff discernment, we kick people off. People that come try to clout chase on our panel, kicked off. People that try to show their own projects on our panel, kicked off. People who weren't trying to invest in our project, kicked off. I see nothing wrong with it. People that found problems with that were really just like, they put their rent money in the fucking thing and they try to make their bag soar. So they're putting pressure on the community to try to bring more people in, and it's just unorganic. So I think shout out to Preacher, though.
Shout out to Preacher. I think people got offended when he was talking to Gina, which was a girl in Web3. I know in Web3 we put girls on pedestals and stuff. And to be honest, I'm a real one too. You know, you have to be you have to have something valuable here. You know, you have to be a person of value for me to even trust you. Man, woman, dog, fuck, I don't give a fuck. You got to bring.
Like, why am I gonna let you come and eat in my house for free? Like everybody at this table was here early. Like why do you get to come in here, sit down and eat and not contribute? That's the whole point of being inside of a company, right? In a corporation, you can't sit down unless you've actually invested. So that's the movement that I really super enjoyed about what Preacher was talking about inside of God Hates NFTs. And it was really easy for me to simulate and to connect with that and to give my input on what was going on in the market. And it was just like a fucking like,
would you rather
punch, bro,
someone
like
to be super real with you, or someone like Farouk to like sell you hopium and use you as exit liquidity? I don't know. I actually would like the guy who's real instead of the guy who's super fucking toxic positive. And you know, no offense against Farouk, but you know, for anyone, you know, I just use that as an example.
Fucking facts, bro. That's fucking facts. I'd rather someone keep it real with me. I'd rather someone hurt my feelings rather than fucking like, you know, string me along. And that's literally what this community is about, excuse me, is keeping it 1,000, you know what I mean? Not even 100, 1,000. So I really love this project in full. I think it's going places. There is a lot of signal signs of this being partnered with a lot of important, you know, blue chip projects that are out there. I mean, the marketing behind this is fucking genius. There's a lot of lore just to, you know, to be unraveled. You know, the founder is really fucking funny. He's a 67-year-old Bolivian man, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Funny dude, Peters. It's just the project in itself, bro. I can't really say who's involved because it's all speculation at this point, right? But if I were being honest and I were you know, trying to pinpoint what it was, it's definitely, you know, something super fucking big, like just as big as Basie, in my opinion, the movement. So we got, yeah.
Shout out, yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but shout out to No Cap TV. Kelsey says, "Keep it real, please. Don't have time for word vomit." For sure. I think I'm gonna share a quote from the homie, Chin, my real quick before we get deeper into this conversation. I feel like I could talk to you for hours, beloved.
Hey, same, bro. I think we do that already though with each other.
For real.
We do that already with each other.
So let me give Hey some credit. He says, how you handle tough situations and lift up or assist those around you defines what type of leader you are. Some rise to the occasion, some don't. Let me say that again. How you handle tough situations and lift up or assist those around you defines what type of leader you are.
It's facts.
And I feel like with God Hates NFTs and even Ape Reunion, there's true leaders that are really trying to hold the reins. They're trying to hold the line. You know, you got goofballs, you got people that don't see that vision. What, you know, I feel like you're a true leader in God Hate NFTs, and I know you want everything to be okay. You know, you're seeing a split in the Twitter spaces. Do you think Mr. Peters, the founder of God Hate NFTs, kind of jumped the gun a little bit? Should they not have all just got into a room and settled their differences like men, and then
absolutely, yeah, I absolutely feel like they should. Yeah, I absolutely feel like they should have gotten to a room and figured it out as men. But I will say this, you know, lessons are to be learned. You know what I mean? I do believe that could have been handled 1000% better. I believe if there's, that's what happens in a company regardless. You don't air out dirty laundry, right? Or reprimand people in front of the community. You know what I mean? You handle that shit behind closed doors. That's the most proper way to handle it. You know what I mean? And if listen, I'm all about the community. If the community speaks and they say they want something, you should listen to what the community wants. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be your driving force, and that's what's going to drive, you know, everything forward smoothly, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I believe 1000 that could have been handled much better. I do think, you know, maybe Peters is taking that into consideration. He's got to let the steam roll over. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I definitely want Preacher back. I want Preacher back officially. You know what I mean? He's still a holder. The dude ain't fighting no bags. I'll tell you that. He's a smart ass fucking dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm still holding tokens.
You expect that emotions would rise like that. He would already be like shit talking, making troll tweets, memes, but he's grounded.
Nah, he's a smart individual, bro. He's a fucking man. He's not gonna FUD his own bag. He's not malicious, bro. That's the thing about Preacher. People gotta understand. He's not a malicious person. He'll only attack you if you attack him. You get what I mean? And only attack you if you attack his kin. So it's like he definitely is not out to FUD your bag or FUD anybody else's bag. He just knows what's right and what's wrong, right? And how that situation was handled was not right. You don't make someone a spectacle, you know what I'm saying, in front of the community. And when the community speaks up and says, hey, the majority says, hey, you know, we love Preacher, we want Preacher back, you got to give the people what they want. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah. But regardless, the dude is smart. He knows that this project is powerful, so he still holds tokens. He's not going to FUD his own bag.
Yo, there are 50 people watching this shit right now. I think that's a record. Dead fellas, we got to like 120. That just shows you 50 people. Thank you for every person watching Different and I Talk on episode 109 of Live with the Sensei. We've been consistent in here.
Yeah.
And so Different has too, with his communities, with the stuff he touches. You know, I run my own community called the DOJO, 300 ninjas, gurus, monks, and me, the sensei. And if the dojo wanted something, I would have to listen to that. I would have to take a vote of like, hey, do we want to remove this person? Yes, we have ground rules that we set that you have to read those rules, but I'm not going to undermine my community.
Exactly.
You know, I can't do that.
Exactly.
It's a majority rule, and I don't want to FUD my own bags. You know, the toys hold well. And I think this is a lesson for all different types of projects. Ape Reunions, ICECREAM, all these things, you know, listen, you know, if you don't listen to your community, you're just going to end up being a degen flip project. And people are going to flip it to the floor.
Yep. And it happened. I mean, look, man, the whole shit that went down yesterday made the floor price go down 50%. Like this, because the community was like, fuck this amount. They were like, fuck this amount, I'm dumping. And Preacher was like, no, I'm not telling you to dump your shit. I'm telling you to hold. I'm just, you know, taking a step back because they asked me to. And they were like, no, fuck that. We love you. We want you here. Like a lot of us, bro, some of the stories that I heard about people wanting to be in a community because of Preacher was crazy. Like he like people had said, straight up, like, you helped me get over my mental breakdown state. Like I had mental breakdowns or I have anxiety. You helped me out, bro. You make
this
me
is
laugh.
a fact. This is a Fendi pack. This is a Fendi pack fact. I've heard this.
Yeah. and it's crazy. It's crazy, but I get it. I understand it. I see what someone like Preacher has, and you gotta keep that. You gotta keep that going, because that's what drives the fucking community forward. So I hope Peters does take that into consideration, and they really look at this and they say, hey, yeah, we need Preacher up on board. But I know it's not going to be cheap. I know it's not going to be cheap this time around. His stock went up. His stock went up. So I totally advocate for the guy. The guy deserves his just due. So
for sure. You know. Yeah. Originally, I was gonna have you, Preacher, Shark Slayer on the same show, and you guys had to fucking blow it up for no reason, mess up my show flow, and I thought it would be best just for you to be the intermediary between two factions of God's Hate NFTs.
Yeah, and you got it right, because I'm neutral. I'm a neutral guy. I love it.
You're neutral as hell.
I don't talk shit about nobody. I'm not a person that likes beef with anybody. I love everybody, bro. I try to help anybody I can, because I know what it's like to be helpless.
You're the man of the people, bro.
People's champ, I guess, right? People's champ. I'm nowhere near I'm nowhere near a whale, but I'm making my way. I'm packing my bags. You know, I've got conviction plays, and you know, it's more or less like I like to be the neutral. I'm the sandwich kid, bro. I'm the middle child. Like, I used to take my older brother and my younger sisters, they used to fight. I used to pull them together and say, hey, shut the fuck up. You guys get along. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's have a good time. That's how I've always been. So, you know, however I can do that with any community I'm a part of, I'm gonna do it. So I see both sides, and I just want both sides to get along eventually. And they will. And they will. It just needs to be worked out. Yeah. But God Hates NFTs, bro. It's definitely going somewhere.
You guys attracted. You guys got my attention. God dang. I mean.
I know.
It's hard to grasp my attention, you know, and I have conviction for the play. I everything you guys said too. I think you guys got to get back to the core. You know, this is not an influencer project. This is not you're not exit liquidity. You are valued. Mm-hmm. Your voice is valued, and I know it's not perfect all the time, but what is?
Listen, what we know we got in the pipeline so far, and there's no shill. Netflix. That's already been announced. Right, Netflix is definitely a part of this, right? I'm just gonna put this out there because it's been talked about. There's signs of Yuga maybe being involved with this. We'll see. We don't know, but I know Doodles has reached out to us in the very beginning.
You know how many times I heard Yuga was involved with anything, bro? I'm tired of hearing that shit.
I know. We'll see though. We'll see. But definitely Doodles reached out to, you know, the founder in the beginning. That was, you know, I wouldn't say confirmed, but that was mentioned by Peters. Sandbox definitely is involved because they swept their floors in the beginning. And they definitely wanted to see our floors delisted more. They wanted at least 10% to be listed. We got that below 10%. I believe we got to it all low of 6% at one point. So they're definitely interested in what we have. I think we did that right though, because the community spoke up and said, hey, we don't want to be on Sandbox this time. We want Sandbox to be on our terms. So we decided to fund our own land, basically, when we enter that realm. So we don't have to have any kind of contingency or leverages against us with Sandbox. So that's great, right? And you know, there's other shit that's coming along. I mean, obviously you heard the Hasbulla thing and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of people involved with this, and I'm just gonna put this out there too. I don't know if it's true, right? Again, these are all speculations, these things I read on Twitter. Chili Palm, which is a derivative artist, right? He's not the official artist for, you know, Senor Peters, but Chili Palm announced that yesterday on Twitter that I think Michael Fassbender is going to might play his character in the Netflix you know, documentary of God Hates NFTs. Don't know if that's true or not. We'll see. Yeah. That's the whole fucking fun part of this though, is like there's so much like speculation and mystery and all this shit going on, but like every time a delivery happens, it's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it entirely. You know
what I'm super bullish on is that's all cool, but the way that your community moves is what I care about. The way that your community is, the way that community operates, the mentality, the intention, the intellect, all that stuff. Because I am tired of seeing communities destroy their own floors and fud their own bags. It happens so many times.
That's what gets my juices flowing every time I talk to you about this, because you're like, I honestly don't give a fuck about all the other, you know, news. I give a fuck about the community. Like, your guys' community is like,
because we're community people, bro. You came from Huxley. You literally put you put Huxley. You didn't get paid for it. You were making music for the shit, you know. And Steven and all those OGs, they loved you and they put you on Twitter Spaces. Now you're getting the glory you deserve. Like, it's all you put in the work because you're a real community person. Wicked bullish. is a real community person. You know,
I
you
appreciate you guys.
invest in people, not these hype ideas.
I appreciate you, bro. I mean, you know my beginning, bro. I mean, when I spoke to you last year, when I was, helping
Yeah, let's
to
touch
develop,
on it for a bit.
Yeah, when I was helping to develop Future Stream TV. So Future Stream TV was a platform that I was helping to,
DOJO, boy.
to create, that was supposed to compete with YouTube and Twitch during times of COVID, right? A lot of people were losing money. So, I knew some founders at the time by the name of Javier Laval and Matt Germain that were creating a platform made for, musicians more specifically, but content creators overall, to get their just due in the market, right? Because YouTube was taking, I don't know, like 40%, 50%, and Twitch was taking like 30 at the time. Might be more now, I'm not sure, might be less, but that's what they were taking away from content creators. So Javier and Matt, decided to come out with a platform that would, allow a 90-10 split. It would give the creator 90% and the platform would only collect 10%. That was like unheard of. Like, how do you make money that way? You know what I mean? It's revolutionary at its time. We were one of the first. And there was a lot of other platforms that came out right after us, but it was definitely a fun time. So I've done work during that time with Lupe Fiasco. He had an NFT project that came out last year in April that I produced.
Was it a rug?
For. I mean, yeah, technically, I can't say it wasn't. It definitely was unfortunate. The live stream was dope. So the live stream was the ticket, right? The NFT was the ticket to the live stream, basically. So
yeah, Lupe Fiasco pushed himself into a rug. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kick pushed. Nice.
He's an awesome artist. I just think
is.
he wasn't ready for NFT. He wasn't ready for NFTs at that time. He signed up for something he wasn't ready for, which is totally fine. But we all learned something from that. And I think he's in a better place. The whole other team is in a better place. But that was fun. But before I even did that, bro, I put my head down before we built and learned about the communities and NFTs and building, because we wanted to come out with our own NFT projects prior to even doing anything for Lupe Fiasco. So I don't know, bro, it's been a crazy journey, bro, this whole last year, putting my head down, educating myself, getting involved in the communities. And that's how I found Huxley, right? I found Huxley through that whole experience. And I mean, Huxley Huxley deserves its own, separate fucking dojo talk or interview per se. It's just such a wild environment. I have so much respect for Ben, so much respect for Steven and Dennis, whole team, Cass, Ivan, shout out to Ivan. That whole team, bro, William, Kennedy, man, the
Vela.
lore behind that. Yeah, Vela, all of them, Matt, all these people, Arlene,
They're if APO was galactic, they're galactic APO.
Absolutely, and Huxley is APO. It's all APO all over it, and it's because of what the long play is, right? We talked about what assets are, right? Not flips. To me, Huxley is not a flip. Huxley is a conviction. Huxley is an asset play. Like, you put that in a
later,
vault.
Angel, later.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry.
You put that in a vault, and you just leave it alone, because what Huxley is going to be, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, 5 years from now, right? Plus is what Star Wars is, right? And I seen that when I first entered the Huxley environment, and I knew it was a long play, and it just really enveloped me to want to contribute, my talents. I just found so much passion, and that's how I found you guys.
Yeah, looking at Huxley
marriage.
is like looking at that image of the James Webb Telescope. It's light years ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
I don't know if that's the past we're looking. Whatever. You know what I mean? Huxley is light years ahead of the NFT space, and the NFT space is early AF. Says Wicked Bullish.
Yeah, and if people don't know who Ben Mauro is a senior character designer for Halo Infinite, for Call of Duty.
One of my favorite movies, Elysium.
Chappie. I mean, the list goes on. The guy's known in the industry. I was lucky, young. When I went to NFTLA, bro, when I met Ben, I mean, obviously he gives everybody a hug. He's just like that, bro. But like, I got to sit down with him and Gareb Shamus. Gareb Shamus is the founder of Comic-Con. Like, just Ben, Ben, me, right? Gareb, and then one of my friends, Jeff Crane, who was actually interviewing Ben and Gareb on the panel. I didn't know that at the time. When I got to NFTLA, I saw Jeff Crane, and I was like, yo, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, I'm supposed to be interviewing Ben Mauro. I said, get the fuck out of here. So I met Jeff a year ago, and now you're going to be interviewing Ben Mauro? Like, this is crazy, bro. And I'm in this project, and helping
Ben
out.
Mauro is the type of guy that will literally go to the movie theater with like Leonardo DiCaprio and you won't even know it because he is like super humble.
Facts. These are facts. But I got to sit down with those guys and talk comics, like literally just talk comics, and I nerded out. It was the craziest fucking experience in my life. Top 3 experiences.
What was a nugget that you got from it that you could share some APO with the audience? Not everyone gets to chill with the creator of Comic-Con.
I'll give you one. And this is straight from Gareb. He won't hate that I said this. Marvel literally has either 90 or over 90% of shelf space in the market. So that being said, anybody else who shares that shelf space is very, very important. Put it that way. So
You
with
mean
Huxley,
you're saying Marvel had 90% of the Comic-Con shelf space?
no, the comic shelf space in general.
Oh wow.
Like think about the comic shelf space, right? Like what comes out in comics? It's mostly Marvel.
Yeah.
It's
You got
mostly
a little
Marvel
bit
and
of
it's
DC.
DC.
That's
But after that, like it's a very small percentage of actual.
you're telling me that
formidable-
Huxley is about to take some share. That's what's up.
Yeah.
They're about to sit in the table. Yeah. Have a seat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they're connected. I mean, look, Ben is so connected, right? Within this market, like whoever gets these physicals, the comics, hold on to those. Don't open them. Leave them alone. Those are collector items, and they're gonna like be grails, like long from now, which is great because these are gonna be like things you can pull out and say, hey, I want to pay the kids college tuition. Let me just sell a comic. You know what I mean? If you got a bunch
I
of
could buy a
comics,
yacht and look like fucking Elon Musk, like a pigeon.
Yeah, exactly.
If I wanted to with those comics.
So bro, like that's what Huxley is to me though. You know, it's an asset. It's a conviction. It's a long play. It's not meant for the short-term flip. So anybody's thinking about jumping into Huxley, know that going in. Like it's not something you buy today, sell next week, right? It's something that you buy today, you cherish.
Yeah,
and you
just
hold.
like you would bought Star Wars that day and waited fucking 20 years. We act like this is new to people. Like Jesus,
It's
like
not.
degenerates.
It's just because we're in Web3, bro. It's just hyper fucking expedited. You know that.
Yeah,
It's crazy, bro.
Pump up the brakes. Use your human brain, not your internet brain, and understand that it takes like 10 years for any of this stuff to work. Good game.
Absolutely.
Anything. Wicked
Absolutely,
Bullish
bro.
says probably the best quote, best comment I got in the chat. And guys, if you're not interacting in the chat, come to YouTube or Twitch. Go to my Twitter @YoungShow without the O. You'll see the links. Come here and you can ask questions and chat with this live chat. All right. Wicked Bullet says if George Lucas and Stan Lee had a child, it would be called Ben Mauro.
Those are facts. And he's such a nice dude, man. Ben is such a nice dude, bro. It threw me off, man, because I'm not used to giving people hugs up front. That dude, I went for a handshake. He gave me a hug. I was like, wow. That dude's a real person.
And if he doesn't fuck with you, he don't fuck with you either.
No.
He'll let you know. Like, he ain't a dumbass.
For sure. I think, you know what? I just need to highlight one more thing that I did with Huxley that really is like one of my top things that I've done in my life. I don't know if you were there for the live stream that night, but when Ben was creating something live, in his software program.
Yeah, Metamori was there.
Yeah, Steven gave me a call and said, hey, buddy, do you want to jump up and make some music to Ben's work live? Like you guys can simultaneously just like work together and create something. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Hell yeah, I will. Bro, I was laying in bed, falling asleep, and I literally like jumped up, half fucking dressed, got my equipment set up real quick, and was making music live to Ben Mauro's artwork.
Wow.
It was I don't think many people know that it happened. And that was really fucking cool. Like for the, 10 or 20 people that got to view in on that, because it was late at night, it was like the coolest fucking experience because he was creating and then I was creating and then we're like bouncing, this whole cool idea off each other. And it's just something I'll probably cherish for the fucking rest of my life, man, being able to do something like that with somebody of that caliber.
Do you say that Web3 experience trumps any Web2 experience you had in the industry?
Absolutely.
Even with like E40 and.
I mean, those are fun times. I mean, I was 17 years old, man, during those times. I mean, during a quote unquote hyphy movement, all the other stuff, bro. I was a young kid. When I started doing stuff for 40, I was around maybe the age of 20, 21. But I've known 40 and his son Droopy, since I was 17, during those times, right? But you know, when you get older, you just have a different appreciation for things. I think when I was younger, I was just trying to like be, you know, a part of the party. Whereas like now when I do stuff, I sit back and I absorb it and say, fuck man, I'm here. You know what I mean? And I'm doing something like this with somebody like that affirms that I'm supposed to be here and that everything is grand. It's supposed to be the way it is. So,
and it kind of affirms full circle in a sense your self-worth and where you want to be valued at. You know, it's like in Web3 you can really use your talents and expedite it and build a strong values with people who have that same type of value.
No, that's a fucking valid point. That's a valid point because I've always wanted to be looked at as an artist, right? If I think about what I was doing before as a producer, right? I was just making beats and having fun, right? But I didn't actually feel like an artist. Like what I did with Ben that night made me feel like a fucking artist. Yeah. Like we were painting pictures. We were making soundscapes. Like it was some really, really cool shit. You know what I mean?
You said painting pictures with sound. I love that difference. You are the people's champ, dude. I mean, I meet a couple people's champs in this web. I've interviewed so many people, so many shows, and you just stick out. You, Wicked, Bullish, the Jeremy Storm Skies, the Walshies, the Metamories. You are special, and you're only just started, dude. And whenever you're in a chat or anywhere, I would highly recommend people to follow you and listen to what you have to say because it's grounded advice. It's wisdom. It's not just words. It's like
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm just like you though. That's why I want to win, bro. I'm in this thing called life, and I'm just trying to fucking win and trying to figure out what that is, right? But like we're all in the NFT space for one thing, right? We want to win. We want to get to a point where we don't have to worry so much, right? And I'm just like every one of you guys, and I try to be as transparent as I can, and I try to vocalize whenever I'm going through something. That way, someone knows, hey, that's a real, genuine person. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to lie. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to come off as something I'm not, because that only adds more stress. Listen, I suffer from fucking general anxiety disorder, right? I have a lot of panic issues, right? That's from white knuckling all my life. I didn't have the grandest childhood, right? But I learned how to start dealing with it, and that's by vocalizing it. And I know that coming in this space, a lot of people have anxiety issues, just like everybody else does, right? It's just not spoken on, and everybody's going through something, even if it's not anxiety. So I try to just keep it real, all the time, bro. I'm just like everybody else, bro. So anybody out there that's ever feeling like this space is becoming overwhelming or too much, I've been there, and I would continue to be there. It's a constant thing. Just know that there's people like me out there that are going through the same thing, and we can triumph.
Sheesh. Wow, dude. Wow. And you said white knuckling through life. I can relate. Just trying so many different ways to survive in this weird Web 2 capital. I like capitalism, but it's flawed here in a sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to kind of sell your fucking soul to get $1. And I love that, the fact that we can, this is why holding floors and like believing in your community, fuck a floor. Once you instill self-worth in all these type of people, you can understand that everyone is trying to win. So why would you cut me if you know? This is a marathon. Shout out to Nipsey, not a fucking sprint. Pass me the baton. I passed it to you. We could run.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's crazy how you say that, bro, because I connect with you on that on so many fucking levels. You said white knuckle again, and it brought up the terminology or the memory. I should say the memories, because the memories that I have, bro, of trying to make it is crazy, bro. Like going to college and not knowing.
Bring me to tears to think about
student loans and shit. Like I took some of the most craziest jobs, bro, coming out of college. You know what I mean? Some of the most fucked up jobs where like you come out of the workplace being like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Feeling lesser
Why am I doing this? Feeling lesser than, like, I just made $12 an hour. What am I doing? Like, why am I selling my soul? Like, I know I'm worth more than this. I know I have talent in something, right? I know I'm worth something, you know what I mean? But I can't figure out, and you almost like beat yourself up because you can't figure out what it is, right? And I think when you feel like that, bro, reaching out is the most important fucking thing to do, right? We're not alone. That's for one. All of us is going through some similar situation and trying to figure out what it is that we want to do with ourselves and what technically it is to us in making it, right? Because everybody's making it is different, right? It's definitely different, but we're all trying to make it. You know what I mean? So shout outs to you, bro. I know how that feels, bro. Not knowing what you want to do or where you want to be at or why you're doing a certain something. You kind of feel like you're just like going through life in a clumsy fashion. But when you connect the points, right, the linear points of where you are from where you were at, I promise you, it's an upward motion, right? It's an upward motion. So that's to anybody out there, bro, that is going through something like that. You know what I mean? It's a constant ebb and flow, ebb and flow.
What is your take? I feel like how much time you have? Because
I got time, bro. I pushed back all my meetings. for this.
Because what do you think about like the grind set or like the grind set of like, you know, Gary V or anybody that's like, yeah, you got to grind. And I feel like I've grinded a lot and it kind of wore me out. And
yeah,
I feel like
that to you.
The plays that we're making now in this Web3 degenerate thing is a little smarter. It's you can kind of work smarter here and capitalize and come together as a band of brothers or a band of sisters. You know, like you don't have to grind set. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to switch that word from grind to appreciate. Appreciate. Grind. When you're too much in tunnel vision, and I get it. Everybody wants to make it, but when you're too much in tunnel vision, you miss the point. The point is to enjoy whomever's around you, right? Whatever's in front of you, but also whatever's behind you as well. You got to look forward, back, side to side. You got to look at it as a 360 scenery, right? And appreciate, you know, where you're going, where you've been, and who you know, who you did know. All these things, bro. It's a simultaneous appreciation, right? Tunnel vision is not healthy, bro. It's not healthy. And I will say that because I've been grind. And as of recently too, I mean, I've been grind. And I had to step back. Bro, I had a mental breakdown like a couple days ago. I thought I was fine. I was literally in my room for like a couple of days straight, just like literally working in real life and doing the Web3 thing and like going fucking bonkers. Didn't drink enough water, didn't eat enough food, just like totally zoned out. And I didn't know I wasn't feeling good until I had a mental breakdown, until I had a migraine, a fucking aura, and thought I was having a stroke. And it's because, right, we have puppy dog syndrome. Sometimes what we do, right, at that moment doesn't affect us until like hours or days later. And you got to be like conscious of that. Get sleep, eat, appreciate, right? Hug your loved ones, go touch grass, bro. Like there's more to life than sticking your head in a computer and being worried about, you know, the next ETH bundle you're going to get, right? What I suggest for people getting into space, right? Have fun, don't gamble, don't overstretch yourself, and just have conviction plays and let that shit sit. Just let it sit. Because at the end of the day, bro, this shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it for your health. It ain't worth it for your mentality. It's not worth it for you to lose people you love or friendships. So just be keen on that, bro. Grind set it's cool, bro. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Grind. I'm all about the hustle mentality, but bro, you got to learn how to touch grass. You really got to learn how to touch grass.
Yeah. Matt L says, need to work at a pace you can maintain for the long term. Very hard to do that at the current Web3 pace. But trust opportunities will continue to come and find your balance.
Absolutely.
Spoken like a true ninja.
Take a fucking break. Bro. Take a break. Look, I took a break from Huxley, you know, for a little while. I know I had to step away for a little while, you know, and a little while, I say a little while, and it was only like 4 weeks, bro. Like, it's funny, bro, because in this space, 4 weeks feels like 4 years, right? But you need to do that sometimes. You need to like take a break, step back, and rebalance yourself, and know that at the end of the day, Web3 is Web3. It's not all the way real life. You know what I mean? So
this is why I think the people in my life are magical, and me being a sensei like people call me content. No, dude, it's contentment. You know, and if we're Spanish, we're Latino, you know, contento means happy.
Yep.
Really, if you're content with the present moment, I feel like you can find true solace and happiness.
Yep.
That 360 vision you said, I've only seen tunnel vision, so that is beautiful, bro. It's beautiful to be in the present, to use your resources, to reach out to us, to say things on your mind, to join in Twitter Spaces, to be a real human, and know that you got people like us, that are gonna esteem. You know, you're not gonna bullshit nobody. You know, right there, that alone is a friend. Right there, that alone is a true friend. You don't get that often.
Nah, bro.
So.
And I appreciate you, bro. You know, I will say one analogy, bro, that really resonates with me is you don't drive a car, right, with just a front view windshield, right? Like, you don't drive a car with just a front view windshield. Like, you have a rear view mirror, you have windows, and you have rear view mirrors. You have things to look out of. So if you're driving in one direction, you're gonna miss everything else. You got to allow yourself to look over your shoulder, right? To look in back of you, you know what I mean? To look to the side of you, and appreciate, you know, the journey that you're on. Because if you're just so focused on the front and center, you're gonna miss everything. Because life is short, dude. Life is super fucking short, bro. And I know that because of ailments I've seen people go through, hardships, obviously death, all these things that happen in life, right, that are part of it. It's just too fucking short. So people need to learn how to touch grass and appreciate everything they have in order to start really appreciating everything that they will have. So.
Wow. Well put, dude. I got to give you the sheesh on that one. Sheesh. Dude, thank you so much for joining the dojo last week. We sold out of our toys. People want in. We can't let them in. The dojo's a sacred place, a portal. And I have like two more things to talk before I got to roll out of here. But what is your stance on Ape Reunion? You know, people love you in there. I think we went in there and we started talking about floor price, and some people got upset. I think people got upset because sometimes I'm super hard on delivery, and like you're super grounded and shit. So it's like it's like fire and water. But we mean a good thing. I mean, their game that's coming out, the updates. I'm so bullish on it, dude. I feel like if we have our PFPs talking and creating content in a Twitter space, going into a game and then doing what we already do in Twitter spaces, and having that recorded and people can watch. I think that's super bullish for the space. People want just to interact. You know what I mean? What do you think about Ape Reunion?
Amazing. I think Ape Reunion flies over people's heads, but I think that's okay right now. I think people will ingest it and they'll get to understand it. I think it's one of the dopest fucking projects that I've ever seen. And the delivery on it and the quality of it is fucking flawless, in my opinion. I mean, there's a reason why I bought the apes, you know, the apes that I did. You know, I did sell my static as of recently, but you know, it was for a good cause, and I will buy static again. That's just how I feel about statics. But Ape Reunion to me is something that's gonna take over the space because of the quality and the dev team that's behind it and what they're trying to do. It exactly speaks to what I like, you know what I mean, in the space with community and the interaction. I mean, there's just so much packed in with this project. So if you haven't looked at Ape Reunion, I would definitely look at that. You know, if you're in the audience listening, it definitely is.
But it goes back to the conversation of the reason why God Hates NFTs has all the attention on Twitter Spaces is because you guys have a floor price that people can then tune into.
Yep.
Floor price, as much as they say it doesn't matter, it has all these different it has all these different layers of the onion that you're not seeing.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
RC Cola.
Floor price does matter. It does fucking matter. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says either.
It does matter, man. It matters. So maybe people haven't seen it because the floor price isn't what, you know, God Hates NFTs is, or the Illuminati's is, or, you know, Goblins, or any one of these projects are in the top 20 on OpenSea, but that doesn't mean that it's not top rank worthy. It just has to catch its fire. I've seen many projects lay dormant, for a little while, and then they just fucking explode. You know what I mean? So it's just definitely gonna be one of those projects. It's a sleeping giant.
Yo, guess who just popped into the building, mofos? You nerds. Hold on, I gotta put the movie quote.
It's a fucking APO cherry stealing granny's credit card for ass play movie.
Absolutely. Orphan in the building says can't sit, but I love young and I love onions. Smash that like button. Orphan in the building icon. Yo, shout out to Artifacts boo boo ass drop. I don't think they have NFC chips like you have Orphan on rags. So NFC chips on clothing, token gating events with NFC chips on the blockchain. Shout out to Orphan and rags. We are so bullish to wear your stuff, dude, and keep streaming. Don't give up on the streams, bro. We need that for real.
That's dope.
You know who Orphan
rags.
is?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You better know.
Come on now. Excuse me. That's Web3, another Web3 guru. Come on now.
Web3 guru, dude. And I really wish he would sweep the floor of some Ape reunions, but I know he's focused on his own shit.
They'll come over. Everybody will come over. I have my time. So, that floor won't be what it is for very long.
We'll be fine, sweetie. Everything's okay, sweetie. I wanted to say, what else I wanted to say? Looking at the Wizards, looking at the meta of like you said it so perfectly, like we're all gonna die. I mean, I've had them on the show, but I've seen all these boo-boo ass metas of like people acting like whatever, making voices. That really wasn't sustainable like I thought it would. I literally thought that the storytelling Twitter shit was like the next sliced Wonder Bread.
All of us did. You're not the only one. All of us did. So what's your question?
How long do you think that floor price meta and the conversation will be around, or do you think it fades away like that?
That's a good question.
Because we're gonna get into the play to earn mode soon, and that's gonna be a real thing. You're gonna have people exploiting that aspect so hard.
That's gonna be crazy. I think the lore is gonna be dormant for a while. My opinion. For me personally, I just don't get nothing out of it. I don't think the whole community, like the whole Web3 space community, has the attention span anymore to like wait for Twitter lore to come out every 2 days. Do you get what I mean? Like they want something. Is it fucking airdrop? Is it a gift? Like what is it that they're gonna get other than a Twitter thread? You know what I mean? And when your floor price is struggling, that's another thing for it to kind of fall behind on too, because the same thing happened to Moonrunners. And I'm not talking shit about Wizards. I'm not talking shit about Moonrunners. We're just going upon statistics, right? We're going upon like what the floor price is today.
Moonrunners peaked at like 1.8 and now it's like 0.1. Someone fucking sold you the dream.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
It's just statistics. I don't know if that can ever rebound with the current, setup that they have. I saw that they try to release some utility about a DAO and all these other things, but I think it's still too late for that, in my opinion.
Keep it 100% APO real, dog. We need it.
Yeah. So I mean, I sheesh. I think what is happening now and for the future is that communities are going to build and they're going to focus on educating each other about being investors. I think collectively, when people start joining groups, they're going to say, "Hey, do you care about the floor price?" Because if you don't, I don't want to be a part of this. If you don't care about my investment, I'm not going to care about yours. I'm just going to move on to the next.
You don't care about mine, I don't care about yours. I'm gonna get that tatted on my chest, dude, right here. You don't care about mine,
shit, bro.
I don't care about yours.
Listen, if I'm coming to you with money and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna buy in, and we're all a part of this project, it almost feels like a share, then I need you to care about my share like I care about yours. And if you don't, then this is not where my money belongs. You know what I mean? And then people will move on to the next project. That's just literally how it's gonna be. So I think projects and movements are gonna really have to start putting that in their utility and say, we care about our floor price. We care about your investment. We care about your asset. And this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to formulate, a quote unquote, I hate the word DAO, but we're going to formulate a DAO, right? Where everybody collectively puts, money in a pot, right? Let's just say $8 to $10 every 2 weeks. And then we put that towards sweeping the floor to keep the floor price up. And if anybody wants to exit, we'll give them their money to exit, and then we'll keep it pushing. Because that's literally what God Hates NFTs was trying to do for, the first beginning too. They were like, why don't we all just put $8 in a bucket and then we just sweep the floors ourselves? And everybody was like, that's actually not bad. I could spare $8. Imagine if you had $8 collectively between, 2,000-3,000 people, right? That's anywhere between $16,000 to $24,000 every 2 weeks, right? You can use those funds collectively in the quote unquote the DAO, and just sweep the floor up.
Do it. Yeah, 2,000 loyal people at $8. Yeah, wow, way to bring the math down.
You get what I mean? And then you start sweeping the floor every 2 weeks or every month, right? And get the people out that need exit liquidity, and just keep it pushing, keep your floor price healthy. So projects and movements are starting to look at that and be like, that's not actually a bad idea, especially if the people want to participate in that with their own money, because they want a healthy floor price. They want their investment to be cherished, right? So that's where I think it's going. Yeah.
And it's true, Wicked. You can't give the keys to the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you gotta vet. That's why you gotta take your time. You gotta not, when DGen say they do research, they don't. You gotta really take some time. And it's valuable on you and everyone if you take time to understand what you're putting in. And I think in God Hates NFTs case, maybe having a trusted community member hold the DAO together,
Yep.
that everyone can vote on. This is why voting is so important, not just doing things out of rationality. So, dude, what you got planned today? It's Friday. I know you got things to do, and you gave me your precious time for an hour and a couple minutes, so I appreciate that.
All good, bro. What's on my agenda? In real life work. I got an interview to conduct at 1 in real life, but I mean, that's just regular work life. Otherwise than that, I'll be surfing the web. I'll probably go touch some grass later on today, to be honest with you. Get out of this house, get some fresh air. I think it's been a long haul week, these last 3 weeks, dealing with God Hates NFTs and dealing with the communities. I think it's at a point now where we can kind of like start, progressively moving forward and upward with how kind of the dust is settling. But again, I want to shout out Preacher. I want to shout out, all the God Hates NFTs, family. One love to everybody. I think everybody is fucking phenomenal in that project. I wouldn't say project, I would say movement. Fuck it, movement.
Yeah, it's so funny. Someone says, Jay, shout out to you, but maybe this is a rebuttal, but it says that isn't really an organic floor price though by using that strategy.
What's organic and what's unorganic? I mean, is organic wash trading? Is organic letting it fall to the ground and us not do anything about it? Like, if you care about your asset, right, and you collectively, like as a community, care about your asset, I don't think there's anything wrong with putting your money together. You guys
care. I've seen it. You guys cared about your asset so much that you had someone pay $100,000 and sweep your floor because they cared about their asset that much. That $100,000 came in and swept the floor.
Yep. So I mean, people just got to start valuing it. Listen, if someone doesn't feel like that's organic, then I don't know, man. Maybe that's just not the place for them. It's just not the project, not the movement, not the space for them. You can't make others acclimate to what you want if the consensus is saying this is what we want to do. So if you have a group of community members saying, hey, we want to do this, and there's only like 1 to 10 people that are saying we don't want to do this, then those 1 to 10 people just don't belong in the project. It's just simple as that. You can't fit a circle into a fucking a square.
I love how you keep it all the way real, beloved. You cannot fit a circle to the square. You literally are not, like, you have that soldier mentality. It's like, it's okay you fell down on your knee, but I got to keep going. I can help you as much, but I got the mission got to keep going, beloved.
Exactly, bro. There's be fallen comrades. There's gonna be people that fall through the cracks, bro, but you got to be okay with that. Some people just don't. I don't bring certain people to the barbecue. Let's just say that, bro. Like, I don't bring certain people to barbecues. I know they'll fuck the barbecue.
Yeah, of course not. Everyone can hang out with the sensei.
Exactly. There's levels to this shit, right? And there's also different projects for different people. People have different tolerances. So if you're not a person that cares about the floor price, then that's cool. Then join a project that doesn't care about the floor price. If you're a person that does, then get in one that does. If you want to be in one that does a DAO where they focus on sweeping the floors and getting that, like, you just got to get in where you fit in, right? And I feel like if you don't want to be in one that focuses on floor price, just exit, get out. It's no hard feelings. No hard feelings.
This is why I'm in Guys Hates NFTs. This is why I'm in Ape Reunion. Guys Hates NFTs has my attention. I still haven't sold any Ape Reunions because I'm not a lettuce-handed bitch. And also, you know, like you said earlier, we alluded to it. A lot of you are gambling.
Yep.
And that's we all are gambling. But if you're making smart investments, then yeah, you would have some fucking reserves, or you would have some savings.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people give me the
overstress.
whole. A lot of people give the whole, hey, the third world needs this money. I don't think the third world is going crazy on this. I don't think, you know, I don't think Africa is straight going degenning on God's Hates NFTs. I think
This is
this
facts.
you even notice the bots and the flipping of the bots of these paper hands. They're using bots. These are sophisticated. This is something else.
Yep. It's to make you exit liquidity. It's to make you exit liquidity. It's all it is at the end of the day. Exit liquidity. So I don't know, man. I'm just appreciative of you, appreciative of the dojo, you know, everybody that comes along with that. And I'm just enjoying the journey thus far. And like you said, this is the very infant stages of all of this, bro. Like where we're gonna be at a year from now is gonna be amazing, bro. I already know it.
Absolutely.
Fucking know.
Absolutely. Dude, I gotta give you the gong. You know, everyone has gotten the gong from Fuck Rendered, Steve Aoki. So Shaq's like, nah, I don't ever want Steve Aoki on the show. But we have, you know, a lot of legends in this show. So the gong is the truth. Once you hear the gong, speak your truth, beloved. Speak what's on your heart right now. Resonate to the people. You have like 60 people watching. I think 50 people. I don't know. 60. Shout out to everyone that's viewed, watched, liked. I love you from the bottom of the dojo. Self-made Tommy, I see you, bro. Self-made Tommy, a legend in the game. Join Guys Hates NFTs, beloved. Please. They would value you in that community for sure. Self-made. You're not a clout chaser. You're a real homie, and you're part of my city. So shout out to you. But yeah, here's the gong, dude. Boom.
All right. What I'd like to do is wish prosperity to everybody out there that's watching this. I pray that your bags are plentiful. I pray that your loved ones are safe, that you're safe, that you find some solace, you know, during these bear market times. Keep strong, don't overstretch yourself, and touch grass. Just touch grass.
Touch freaking grass. I love that, dude. Yo, you must. Were you ever in landscaping before? No, that shouldn't have said that to a Latino man.
Let's don't go there. Let's don't go.
Yeah, I'm Latino too. I get away with that. I'm just joking. We do touch a lot of grass. I'm about to touch some grass too.
That's hella funny.
Thank you for being so wise in your perspective. I trust you more than some random Joe. And what you guys have doing is tried and true. And like I said, I look forward to seeing where all these projects that we believe in go. Do you have a message for Mr. Peters at all that you want to? Because I feel like people are going to listen to this and talk about this in the Twitter space later.
Bring Preacher back.
Yeah, bring Preacher back.
Preacher back.
It's
I love
smart.
Preacher, man. Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
You know, do you have any way to bring him back in a sense that makes sense?
Pay the man.
Yeah.
His stock went up. He's very much cherished in the community. Just pay the man. You know what I mean? Or do something that entice him to come back, because I think he is a moving force within his community, and he definitely is the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah, it's funny too, because we've seen the evolution from like Beanie, which was a shit poster, just never talked. I feel like Preacher is an evolution of just all this, but it's like, I like that he's real. I like that he says his mind. I don't believe in cancel culture. You just, this is Web3. Grow the fuck up. And this is Web3. Like, you can't just, you could put filters and shit, you know, but you can't just wish it goes away. Like, you just have to operate in the real world. We just have to operate in a diverse world. It's okay.
Listen, you can't ask for 4chan and then say you don't want it. Like Preacher is 4chan, and what 4chan to me is just being real as fuck. It's just being fucking blunt and real as fuck. You know, just bring him back.
Yeah,
you need him,
dude. I love you. Come back anytime. Thank you for being on episode 109, rhyming accidentally. But I appreciate you. Call me all the time. I love when you call me. It's beautiful when we have these conversations and we have these powwows. your stock has went up, and we do all know that as well. And thank you, bro, for real, for being a true homie and a true ninja and a true friend.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate the sensei, bro. Thank you to you in the dojo.
Awesome, guys. You know the drill. Please love your grandmas. Follow different at, you can see it right there. For the podcast listeners, at D4RNT_. Get some wisdom today. A true leader. And I honestly cannot wait to see you guys next week. I'm gonna go swim with some whales. And I love y'all. Live the dream, eat ice cream, and above all, stay content. Peace.